As a matter of fact, I don't know if anyone saw the VMAs. In 2004, I came out to introduce an act, and the crowd was going crazy. I guess MTV pays people to stand in the front and cheer. And I was trying to read the teleprompter. I had an issue with public schools. My reading is not as good as I'd like it to be. And it was very distracting, and everyone was cheering, and then I snapped in the middle of it. I said, hey! I felt that evil welling up. And I said, what don't you like? And the whole crowd looked like, ugh. And then I got off the stage, and I was kind of a pariah at the VMAs. Nobody really wanted to be around me because I had snapped on the audience. All the other celebrities thought that was wrong. It's bad form. So, I go backstage, and at the time I was wildly famous, and everybody had left. All the celebrities had already gone in their limousines, they left, and there I was in Miami by myself, asking regular people, hey, what's going on tonight? Does anyone know where the parties are? I ended up catching a cab back, because someone had taken my limousine. And I went to the hotel, and I got my key, the room I always forget my key, and the lady as I was walking to the room was just like, tough night at the VMAs, and I was like, shut up. Because I felt evil, I felt bad for myself, I felt sorry for myself. This is a very long story. I'm gonna commit and just finish it. I walked into my room. As I walked into my room, a door was opening down the hallway, and I got excited. And I seen that Alicia Keys was getting out of the other room. I had never met Alicia Keys. And I was by myself, and I thought maybe she was going out. And I worked up to her and I said, hey, Alicia Keys, hi, I'm Dave Chappelle. Where are you guys going? Is there a party going on? Is something happening? She said, I'm actually going to a party at Lenny Pace's house. We're going to just celebrate. She had a fantastic show that night. And I said, wow. And I come. But she never met me before. She was kind of like, ugh. Well, it's not my party. Sorry, Dave, I'd have to ask somebody. I could just bring it over. Yeah, I understand. And then I went in my room. By this time it was 9:30. And I had my pajamas on. In Miami, I was furious. Then the phone rang. I thought it was my buddies maybe called me to see if I wanted to do something. And it wasn't. I picked the phone and said, hello. Dave Chappelle. I said, speaking. She said, Dave, this is Alicia Keys. If you want to go to that party, you're more than welcome to come. I thought that was very nice of her to invite me. She never met me before. She actually took me to the party, and Lenny Kravitz, everybody was really nice. It was free food. And Stevie Wonder said, the longest grace in the history of prayers. It was a great experience. And that was after I had like what they call a meltdown. I didn't consider it a meltdown, but I have a bad attitude. And I publicly displayed it. Now, where am I going with this? Okay, so then, let's flash forward. Now it's 2006, I quit my show. And I was worried for my career. And I was in my hometown of Washington. I was walking down the street. Well, that's a longer story for another night, so but you don't like this. I was worried. I wasn't worried, but I was just feeling bad for myself. And then as I'm walking down the street, I saw a sign, a poster that said, Alicia Keys performing tonight. And my whole town was watching. I said, yeah, this is something meaningful. I said, I'm going to go to that show tonight. And I went. I didn't have tickets, I just showed up, and I went to the stage door, and I couldn't get in. Well, I mean, I talked to the guy, and he said, listen, they don't want anybody backstage. I was like, yeah, man, but I'm Dave Chappelle, the Chappelle Show. And he said, I know who you are. I'm just doing my job. They don't want anyone backstage. And then I felt the evil welling up. And just before I said something uncalled for, there was and then he left, and then there was nobody in the dressing room but me and Alicia Keys. And there was a piano in there, and Alicia says, listen, Dave, I just want to say personally, like, thanks for coming. I said, hey, you remember me from Miami? She said, yeah. Listen, Dave, show's going to start in a few minutes, and I want to practice. Just make sure I got everything on point. I go, oh, okay, I didn't want to disturb you practicing. She goes, no, you're welcome to stay if you want, but I just had to focus on my show. You want to stay? I said, do I want to stay? I don't even have tickets. Of course I want to stay. I sat on the couch, and Alicia Keys played on this piano song, Tender Love. Remember that song by Full Force? Played it like it was beautiful. That was the first song I ever slow danced to at a school dance. I mean, I was loving it. And then she looked back and she said, Dave, and I had my pants off. She said, Dave! I said, I thought this was what you wanted. I said, all right. I made the last part. Anyway, for me, man, it was an honor to be invited to do Zilla Summer Groove. Every time my career made a move, the year before I started doing my show was the first year that I ever came down to do the Summer Groove. And the year after my show was a success was the next time I came down. And I just want to give Alonzo a round of applause because the work he's been doing is phenomenal. God forbid my attitude would ever take away from what these events are really about. I like to think it's always about me, but it's always about something better and something greater. And I'm happy to be a part of it. I'm really happy to be here. So thank you to Alonzo. And of course, thank you to everybody here for your support for Little Summer Groove. And that's enough about me. Really, I came out here to introduce someone who I'm an enormous fan of. Couldn't say enough good things about this person. Matter of fact, I really don't have to. You guys already know him. He's Grammy Award winning. He's internationally acclaimed. He just got that swagger. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Mr. Cee Lo Green.